Oh, hello, hello, hello. How is everyone doing? Yes, this is the December 28th. So we are almost at 2024. So I'm going to say Happy New Year's to everyone. Oh my goodness, this is amazing. Thank you all so much for being here. Turn my volume down over here. As usual, it's up on my computer. Yes, absolutely amazing. Welcome in, everyone. Thank you all so much for being here. I appreciate each and every one of you all. Yes, welcome in, welcome in. I'm going to be looking back and forth because my computer is here and I can see the actual chat just a little bit better because it's closer. Yay. Hey, Pack93, how are you? Hey, Ola Joe, thank you so much for coming in. Yes, Rachel, how are you? Susan is in the house. Yes, Flossie says no, no, for what, Flossie? Yes, Tina is here. Yes, yes, yes. I wanted to come on one last time in 2023 just to thank you all so much for your amazing support and spend a little time with you all, answer any questions that you may have, and anything like that. Hey, Patricia and Carla, welcome in, welcome in. Hey, Lisa. Yes, let's see here. I cannot see my own chat over here, and I don't know why, but okay. Yes. All right. Okay. There we go. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Hey, Carolyn, how are you doing? Welcome in. Welcome in. Thank you all. Yes, I love all your videos. Thanks, Lisa. Greetings from the Bahamas. All right. Yes. Hey, Michelle, how are you doing? Okay, there it goes. I'm waiting for it to pop up over here so that I can see it on both of them. Absolutely. Yes, yes, yes. I know this is middle of the afternoon, so those who can't make it in will probably catch the replay. That'll be fantastic. If you give the video a thumbs up, I really would appreciate that as well. Yes, Norfolk, Nebraska. Okay, wonderful. I spent many years in Nebraska. Yes. Hey, Delphine. Happy holidays to all of you all. I hope that some of my tips and things that I have posted along the way helped you all while you were cooking between Thanksgiving and Christmas as well. We've got plenty more coming up for the new year. Yes, love your videos. Thanks, Mary. Thank you so much. In Virginia. Hey, happy holidays, Shay. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Yes, Purple Crochet and More. Hello, Dreamy. How are you? Welcome in. Welcome in. Empress. Yes, all your great tips and recipes. Thank you so much. North Carolina. Hey, welcome. Welcome, neighbor. Yes, awesome, awesome, awesome. How has everybody's holiday been? I hope you all got the chance to spend some good quality time with family or friends, or if not, just relax. If you had the day off, just relax. It's nothing better than to relax. That's always amazing. Yes, first live I could catch. I work during the day and can't catch any. I'm off. Oh, yay, Tina. Yes, 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 yes. And that's another thing. Going forward in 2024, I'm going to try to be a little bit more flex in my lives. Like I may do one in the morning, I may do one in the afternoon, I may do one in the evening. It's really hard for me to do them in the evening, especially when I'm cooking. Now this kind where I'm just chatting, I can do these any time of day, morning, noon, and night, in the middle of the night, 3 a.m. It won't matter because I'm back here in my office. But when I have to actually cook, I usually do my cooking videos early because that's the time of day that I pretty much have my kitchen to myself. I rarely have it very early in the morning, and I definitely don't have it in the evening because other family members are in there wanting to cook, eat, and do all kind of things. So that's why typically around this time or more about 11 a.m., sometimes around 1 or 2, those are the best times for me to actually cook. But I'm going to try to work out something where at least once a month I can do an evening live cooking video because I know a lot of people work during the day. They ain't got time to be coming online. They at work. So I would like to be able to accommodate everybody going forward next year and try to get that in the mix as well. Yes, I appreciate you. Thank Thank you, Hoover, Alabama. Yes, I am new to your channel. Love watching you. Just wonderful. Yay, welcome, welcome, welcome. Andrea, welcome. Yes. I don't know if it's Andrea or Andrea. I know two people that spell their names that way and pronounce it differently. Yes, thank you, Christine. Absolutely, absolutely. So yes, those of you all who need me to go live in the evening, I will be trying to do that in 2022. EP Storytime with Miss Evelyn. Hi, Pam. Hey, yes. All right. Thank you, Barbara. Welcome in. Yes. Looking for more frying pan dinners. Okay, you mean one pot meals? When you say frying pan dinners, are you speaking of one pot meals? Yes, thank you for your great old school cleaning hacks and your slogan. Let me show you what to do. You are so welcome. You are so welcome. That's another thing I'm trying to figure out. Now, I do this for my channel members. I incorporate some cleaning hacks and other hacks that have nothing to do with cooking. But because I am a cooking channel, I have had a lot of people ask me about cleaning hacks and things like that. But like I said, because I am a cooking channel, I have strayed away from actually doing that on my actual channel because it would really mess up the algorithm. Hey, Psalms 146, how are you? Yes. I was in Hoover yesterday. Okay. This is Pam from Tennessee. Hey, Pam, I love that name, girl. Yes. Do you do keto recipes? Moon Dove, yes. I actually have a whole keto playlist of recipes. And if I can get my mod, Ola Joe, that's in here to drop that keto playlist for you so that you can see it. I haven't added any recent ones because I haven't been doing it recently. But yes, I have a whole keto playlist. I sure do. Save a lot of lives with your research. Yes, the recalls. I have another one coming out later, y'all. I'm sorry, but I don't know what to say about that. The recalls, actually, I started those. It was an accident, so to speak. It was right before Thanksgiving, and collard greens had been recalled. And I thought to myself when I saw it, I'm like, collard greens, although they were the bagged collard greens, there are a lot of people. The only difference in the bag ones and the ones that aren't in the bags, they've been already chopped up and stuck in a bag. There's nothing else in the bag. So it's not like you're buying any more chemicals or anything like that. So I know a lot of people will buy the bagged ones. And when I saw that, I thought these people need to know if they're buying these bagged ones, these things have been recalled. And the response I got from that particular video was overwhelming. And more people were asking me, could I keep doing that? Could I please keep telling them? So that's how that happened. So now I'm telling you. Yes, now I am telling you. Garden to table recipes. I will probably have more of those as the weather warms up and I'm back in my own garden and I'm harvesting and then I'm bringing it in. But some of those garden to table recipes I actually put on my garden channel because, well, it's coming out the garden. I have a few over there. But I can start, incorporating some of them over here as well. Yes, awesome, Brenda. So glad that you caught me live. All right, we have Ireland in the house. Think you should make your videos full screen better. Yes. Well, you know what? There's actually, I do that because it goes along with the way the format is for YouTube now, the way they're looking for us to format our videos. They're actually saying that as we go in to format them. So that's why they're mostly vertical. Hey, Wanda, welcome in. Thank you so much for coming. Yes, and chat for the happy holidays. Yes, love your gardening tips too. Thank you, Francis. Thank you. I've got plenty more of those. Matter of fact, I'm getting ready to do a whole group of them so that I'll have them ready to post over there. It's been so wet outside and crazy outside. Cold one day, hot the next, pouring down rain for the last few days that I'm not outside as much, but I'm going to do them from inside just because I want to get the information out there. And Frida, Sam, you're made. Thank you so much, Frida. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Yes. And also, you've got a garden channel. Yes, Nikita, I have a garden channel. It's called the Scaredy Cat Garden. I think Ola Joe just dropped that link. It's called the Scaredy Cat Gardener. Yes, and I'm on all the socials just like I am for my cooking channel. Question. Would you consider another channel to teach us cleaning tips? I'm in desperate need of a good way to degrease the cabinets above the stove. I have thought about that, Psalms 146. And I don't know. I really honestly can't say. I'll have to figure it out. The reason I say that is because just managing these two channels alone is a lot. It is a lot. It's a lot of work. It's very time consuming. And I don't know, because once you post a video, it doesn't end there. It does for some people, but for me, it doesn't end there. And that's because I like to communicate with you all. I like to answer questions. I like to respond to comments. So it's not ending there. So that's a lot to start a third channel for. And then you have to actually do the videos. You have to do the cleaning. You have to do all this stuff. So I've been thinking about trying to figure out how I can do that because I do have so very many people asking me. I have so very many people asking me that. Patricia says, new to your channel, that onion gravy I share with friends blew their minds. Awesome. I love that onion gravy, but onions are some of my favorite things. Yes. So if I can figure out how to do it that won't create any more stress or whatever for myself, then I will surely incorporate that. That's why I've only done it for my members because I do that maybe like once a month. So it's not very often. And I mean, once a month would not be enough for a full channel. That's the way I look at it. Yes, more crock pot meals. And Melissa, I'm going to be honest about the crock pot meals. I've had, even Ola Joe, my bestie that's in here. She said, you need to do more crock pot meals. Yes, I do. But typically now, crock pot meals, anything that you can cook in a crock pot can be cooked on top of the stoves. That means, flip the script, anything that I'm cooking on top of my stove, like I recently did the oxtail stew, that could have easily been done in the crock pot. The reason you do not see me do a lot of crock pot meals is because I always say to myself, why? Because I am not going to leave my house and leave the crock pot on. I'm not going to put anything in the crock pot and leave. So if I'm not going to leave, why am I bringing out this crock pot? I can just put it on the stove. Turn the temperature down low. It's going to be low and slow, whether it's in the crock pot or on top of the stove. So anything you see me cook in a pot like that or on top, but I do have a few crock pot. I have, matter of fact, I have cabbage rolls in the crock pot. I think I have some beans in the crock pot. That might be my Instapot. I do have a few crock pot meals on my channel, but I typically say in my videos, like the oxtail stew video, I'm not sure I said it in that one, but I tried to mention that if you want to do this in a crock pot, you can, and this may be an adjustment you need to make, or you want to put it on low, or you want to put it on high for 4 to 6 hours, or you want to put it on low, closer to 8 hours. Yes, I just did crock pot casserole and crock pot cabbage for Christmas. Yes, the crock pot recipes can be turned into a quick YouTube short. Yes, they could. Yes, they could. You mean the ones I already have, or to actually do it? Same here. I'm scared to leave the crock pot even overnight. Yes, I won't leave my crock pot on overnight. It's a small appliance. Anything could go wrong with it. And I'm surely not going to leave the house. So I just do them on top of the stove. It's like, my crock pot is actually boxed up. So every time I use it, I have to bring out the box. Yes, all the information you shared, bless you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Wanda says, thank you so much for the much needed tips. Thank you, Wanda, for always being there. I see you all the time and I appreciate it. All of you all. Have you tried Indian food? Just a couple. I have, I think I have chicken masala on my channel, and that's the only reason I've eaten it. I don't cook it a lot because it tends to be on the spicier side. My husband hates spice. He barely wants black pepper. So, although I love it. I love the heat. I mean, there are some peppers that I just eat by biting the peppers and munching on the peppers. That's how much I love the heat. Pam, are peaches in small cups safe? I have not heard anything about them not being safe. Um, so as far as I know, they are. I have an awesome cabbage keto soup recipe. Oh, my, just so good. Oh, that does sound good. That does sound good. I love you. Come with me. I'll show you what to do. I love the accent. Thank you. Thank you so much. Yes, 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 yes. I am doing fantabulous, Yolanda. Absolutely. Melissa, she does have the pasta um, on. She does not have it on her channel yet. Okay, yes. I was going to say, I don't have that on my channel, but okay, yes, I read it wrong. Yes, no spices and barely like, yes, it's like night and day. There are a lot of foods that I cook, and because he does not like the spice, I have to take it out. I have to take like my portion out and put it in another pot, or I have to kind of season it in the end or on my plate or something like that, because I hate to do it in the, I got a recipe for cabbage rolls. Yes, I've got a couple of recipes for, I have a couple of cabbage recipes, cabbage roll recipes on my channel. One is actually in the crock pot, and it is one of my favorite. Yes, keep the recalls coming. They are so helpful. I will. Unfortunately, I have one I need to do later today. um, but yes, that is very unfortunate. Yes, yes, yes. Do you have one for Southern baked banana pudding? I do have a banana pudding recipe on my channel as well. We're not a fan of banana pudding, but I do have one. It's a little on the soft, and we like a lot of texture here. Yes, yes, yes. Been so wonderful to catch you live. You're soothe the soul. Thank you so much, Deborah. I appreciate that. Slow cooker cabbage roll. Yes, that's right. Slow cooker cabbage rolls. That's exactly right. That's what it's called. Absolutely. Service to you are light service to humanity. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. So the same way about leaving the crock pot unattended. I do love put soup on during the day and have it for, yes, but you know, anything like I said that goes in the crock pot can go in a pot. There really is no difference other than the shape, and my crock pot is oblong and my pot's are round. There is no difference. You put it on low and slow on your stove. You put it on low and slow in the crock pot. So think about it now. Anything you can put in a pot, you can put in the crock pot. Especially when it comes to soups and stews and things like that, and casseroles. Same thing. You would have it in the oven. Typically, most casseroles will probably cook quicker in the oven than they will in that crock pot. Depends on what it is, but yes. Found you recently. I'm so glad. Your short quips or words are faithful. Thank you so much, Denise. Thank you. Angela, I have not tried swamp soup. I have not tried swamp soup. Yes, but this sounds like something I might want to try. I love trying new stuff. Now, that's one thing. I'm not a picky eater. I will try anything once, at least once. And I try to eat a little bit everything. Yes, or put it in the oven like 250 degrees for a longer period of time. Absolutely, still low and slow. I'm 16 years old, Indian. I know a lot of dishes and make tasty, good foods. After years until 18 and going for MasterChef audition, can you please give me some advice? Oh, that is wonderful. What advice are you looking for? Be yourself. Do the best dish that you have. Don't let your nerves get to you. Don't let the cameras get to you, because you will have tons of cameras in your face, which means you'll have tons of people in your face. And just relax, ignore them like they're not there, and cook like you would normally cook. Whatever you would normally do. Try not to get nervous and to forget an ingredient or whatever. And if you feel you are, write them down. And before you start, line them up so you got everything in front of you so that you'll know, I need to put this in, I need to put that in, if you think you're going to forget. Yes, I'm downsizing, got rid of the crock pot and kept the rice cooker since it works about the same. Okay, I have never used a rice cooker. I have never used a rice cooker. My daughter, my oldest daughter, a few years ago asked for a rice cooker for like her birthday or Christmas or something. And I looked at her and I'm like, you want a rice cooker for? You know how to cook rice? She said it never comes out right like yours. I need a rice cooker. I'm like, child, I wouldn't even know how to begin to tell you how to use a rice cooker. I am not very gadget oriented. I'm very old school when it comes to cooking in the kitchen. Fork, knife, spoon, ladle, tongs. You know, I'm just not gadget forward. I do use some gadgets. My favorite tool, if I'm going to use a gadget, my favorite would be my food processor. That would be my absolute favorite. Just zip, 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 and you're done, whatever you're doing. So, yes. Hey, Juicing with Jay. Happy holidays to you. Thank you so much for coming in. Yes, I don't agree about the crock pot. I think they are very safe. Are you also afraid of electric blanks just because I don't agree with... No, I'm not afraid of the crock pot, but I wouldn't leave my house with it on. But I wouldn't leave an electric blanket and leave my house with it laying on and plugged up. I use crock pots, but I wouldn't leave it on and leave my house. I wouldn't leave anything. I don't leave anything on and leave my house because anything is an appliance. It's man-made and it can become a fire hazard or something like that. Hey, sifting some soil or more. My members coming in. Hello, hello. Welcome in. How you doing? How you doing, Mona? Yes, Jan, it's the first time to your live chat. I was on your hack of cake box. I started watching you. Thank you so much. That is awesome. Yes. And while I have you all in here, I want to say that going forward in 2022, oh Lord, I mean backwards a year, y'all. 2024. Why did I say 2022? 2024 coming up in January. I do not have a specific date, but I have been telling you all that this is coming. You will hear more about it. I will do a video about this when it is actually here. But guess what? Guess what, y'all? Guess what? I got a surprise for y'all. I got a surprise for y'all. It's here. It's finally here. My seasonings. My all-purpose prep seasoning is finally here. Y'all gonna love this. You can put this on everything, on anything. And you don't have to use half the bottle to get the flavor. You can use just a little bit and the flavor is tremendous. You all are going to love this. I put this on my salad. I put this on my vegetables. I put this on all of my protein, fish, chicken, beef, pork, lamb, you name it. You get to claim it. Yes. I put this on my popcorn. I put it on my popcorn. So this is my seasonings. It will be available coming up in January. I'm just waiting to fine tune a little bit more things with the shipping of it. And that's about it. As soon as I get all those little kinks worked out, I can make it available to you all. I can't wait for you all to try this and let me know what you think. And let me know what you think. Because prayerfully, this is the first of a long line of seasonings. But this one right here, this all-purpose prep seasoning, that's it, y'all. Look at that. Yes. See the colors in there? Oh my goodness. So thank you all so much. Thank you. Will worldwide shipping be available? It will not be worldwide yet. Got to get my feet wet. It will not be worldwide yet. But if you know anybody in the States that can get it for you and then they can ship it on to you, that might work. That might work. Ola Joe says, get your coins ready, y'all, for the seasoning. Yes. What are some types? What are some types of what, BJ? The other seasonings that I will have? Nice. I'm so proud. Thank you, Yolanda. Thank you. What is the sodium amount? Very, very low. Very, very low. Does this have salt in it? Yes. Is it salty? I promise you it is not. I'm going to tell you, anybody that likes their food on the saltier side or prefers salt will need to add salt. The only salt in here is to bring out the flavors. That's it. I promise you, this is not salt. And I'm telling you, I'm a salty person. This right here, is not salty, and that's on purpose. And it's also, I developed it so that you wouldn't have to use a ton of it just to get the flavor. You know, there are some all-purpose seasonings that you just got to put a lot on there just to taste it. You can use just a little bit of this and you're going to taste it. I put this on my eggs. I put this on everything. It is amazing. It is amazing. Yes. No, it does not have a salt substitute in it. No, it does not. No, it does not. I would like trying your seasoning. Everything is so good. I give lessons. Make the best use of recipe. Yeah, awesome, 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 awesome. So nice to have been here first time. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Andrea. Blessings to you. Thank you, my friend. Yes, Pam, what made you share wisdom in the world? What made you share your wisdom with the world? Because I love it. Well, Yolanda, it's a little bit long story, but I'll try to make it short. Probably about 27, 28 years ago. Okay, well, even further back than that, I always loved cooking since I was like 5 years old. And that's pretty much when I started cooking, by hanging out in the kitchen with my mom and my dad. He cooked as well. And learning from them, and them allowing me to do anything that they thought I could do. Even I think by the time I was 7 or 8, I was chopping up vegetables and stuff. Yes, with a knife. I was chopping up. I was doing everything. I loved it. So that was one thing that piqued my interest. But as far as sharing it with the world, maybe about 27, 28 years ago, my 2 oldest children, who are both now in their 30s, came home from school one day, and we lived across the street from another family that had kids, and their parents worked until late. So every day they come home from school and they were home alone. But my kids would go over and they would play with them, and it was okay with their parents for them to be over and play and stuff like that. But this one particular day, for whatever reason, these kids were hungry. I mean, they was like hungry, not like, ooh, I want something to eat. They was like, I need to eat. And so my kids came back home and they asked me, they said, Mama, they hungry over there and they don't have anything to eat. Can we take them something to eat? So I said, they don't have nothing to eat. They ain't got nothing in their house. And they said, well, we don't know if they got anything in their house, but they don't know how to fix anything. So I told them, I said, I tell you what you do. No, you cannot take them any food, but this is what you do. You go back over there and you find out what they have in their house, and you show them how to cook it. I said, because you taking them some food is not going to help, because tomorrow they'll be hungry and the next day they'll be hungry. Back to the, teach a man to fish, he'll eat for life. Give him a fish, he'll eat for a day. There was that concept in my head. So no doubt at that time, I think they were probably like 10 and 9 or something like that. And my hey 6 bowls, and I knew it was no doubt in my mind, my kids got this, because they had been cooking already for years. They helped me, they cooked by themselves. I wasn't concerned. I already knew whatever they got over there, y'all find something and you all can show them how to cook it. They ended up cooking some macaroni and cheese and hot dogs, and believe it or not, those kids did not even know how to boil a hot dog. So they went over there and I told them, I said, don't fix it for them. Show them how to fix it. And they did. And those kids, they were so happy. They came and thanked me. And they were just ecstatic. Okay? And at that point in time, I thought to myself, if these kids don't know how to cook, how many other people don't know how to cook? That need to know how to cook. It's not hard if you break it down. And so I said at that point, back, that was a minute ago, y'all. So the internet was not like it was today. I mean, the internet was just coming. I think we might have had one big giant computer, and I do mean giant. So the internet wasn't what it is today, back then in the day. So I didn't know how. I knew I didn't want a restaurant, because I already knew that's too much work. I'm not getting up. I'm not going, hey, Edward Smart, welcome in, welcome in. Thank you so much for coming in. Happy holidays to you. Haven't seen you in a while. it wasn't as prevalent as it is now. So I'm like, okay, I don't know. I just started praying at that time, saying, you know, Lord, give me something that I can do with my cooking that will help other people along the way. That was some years ago. Fast forward to 2019, and my sister talked me into starting a YouTube channel. But it wasn't for cooking. I don't even know what we planned to do, some skits or something. Whatever we planned to do, we did it a couple of times, and I was like, I don't like this. I'm not feeling this. Maybe I'll cook so I can stay on here since you talked me into doing it. And that's what I did. And that's when I put up my first video. It was May of 2019. And I like any other new YouTube channel. I mean, nobody was watching me back in the day. But I just kept posting them. And I thought to myself at the time when I was posting them, if nobody else came along, I was at least recording the information, even for my own kids and for relatives and for anybody else. There was a point where I could always say, or they would always be able to say, well, you can go here and find my mom's recipes, or you can go here and see how my mom did this. So that was my thinking at the time, and that's how I started sharing with everybody, and it just snowballed from there. The tips, tricks, and hacks were an accident. Everything I've been doing is an accident. Everything but my seasoning, y'all. This was on purpose. I'm crazy too, y'all. I guess y'all figured that out already. But the tips, tricks, and hacks were an accident. They were an accident. What happened was I was doing some of my recipes in short form. Because, you know, when you're on these social media sites, you kind of have to go along with as the algorithm change and as the systems change, what's new, what's next. So shorts had become very prevalent at the time because, well, YouTube was like, okay, TikTok doing these shorts. We got to do something to keep up with TikTok. So they were trying to tell everybody, do shorts, do shorts, do shorts, do shorts. So I'm like, okay, well, I'll do some cooking shorts too. I tried that. And I did a few, and they're still posted. But there was this one video that I did. It broke the Campbell's back, so to speak. It broke my back. It was the dish ratatouille from the Pixar movie. That one short that was for 1 minute literally took me 4 hours. It took me 4 hours. I said, I can't do this. I'm not getting ready to spend 4 hours, all this time, all this food for a video for 1 minute. No. I said, Lord, you're going to have to give me something else because this ain't working. That video, and it worked. It's still up now. Matter of fact, for all y'all that keep telling me I need to do ASMR, it's an ASMR. Hey, Sounds Wasted. Oh, she's talking to Juicing with Jay and other people. It's an ASMR video, and it worked. It came out fantastic. I still like the video. I can go back and look at it sometime too, just because I like the noises myself. But 4 hours for 1 minute, something was wrong with that picture. So I said, you know what? Back to the long form. Just keep doing it. Hey, Nina, how you doing? Nina Canadian, how you doing? I said, back to the long form. Just keep doing what you're doing. Forget the algorithm. Forget everything. Just do your thing in the kitchen. And so I kept saying, okay, but you got to try to move forward. That's the one thing about, and that's not just social media. It's anything you're doing. You could be working at a job. Your job will eventually have some other kind of training or something else new that you need to learn, or progression, or they've got new equipment that you need to learn. So it's not just social media. It's anything that you do. This just happens to have been social media. So I said, okay, you got to get with it. You're already old. Don't stay behind. That's my thinking. You're old. Don't stay behind. Stay forward thinking. So, unbeknownst to me, I took a tomato, and this was not planned as a tip, trick, or hack. I don't know why I did it. I guess I was just needing something to do. And I'm like, let me just tell these people how to store a tomato. So I took the tomato, and that's when I said, that was the first time I said, come with me. I'll show you what to do. And I really went somewhere. Unlike me turning around at the cabinet now, I really went somewhere. I took the tomato and I went to my refrigerator. I really did want y'all. It wasn't anything like, come with me, I'm going to show you what to do like that. I'm like, come on, y'all. I'm really going to show you what to do. So I went to the refrigerator, opened the door, put the tomato in upside down where the air could not get to the stem point to help it rotten faster. And I said all that and came back. And then everybody, y'all loved it. All of you all who were watching me back then loved it. And y'all kept saying, oh, I love that saying. Oh, that was cute. I never knew that. This, that, and the other. And I'm like, okay, Lord, is this it? Should I be telling them all this stuff that I think I'm taking for granted? It's just something I know. So it's no big deal to me. But I've been knowing this like half my life, most of it. Now, some things I've recently learned, but most of the stuff is like I grew up doing it. And so I kept doing it because y'all asked for it. And then y'all kept saying the same thing. Like, I can't remember. Somebody just said it in the chat. Oh, Ragdoll Zombie just said, I love that phrase. Y'all started saying y'all love that phrase. So I just kept doing it over and over again. What will be the cost of your seasonings? I haven't set the price exact, right, just yet. But give or take, it's going to be somewhere around $9.95. Somewhere around $9.95, give or take. I don't have the exact price of it yet because I'm still working on the shipping part of it. And I don't want it to be too much, but it needs to cover itself. So yes. For those of you all who had just come in and didn't see it, 2024, I've got my first all-purpose prep seasoning coming to you soon. Not in the store near you, but online near you. Yes. Before I go, Pam, what stores will you be selling yourself? It's going to be online to start with. I have a Shopify store, and it will be available in that Shopify store. Everything will be shipped on 2-day shipping. And I am getting together with my distribution company now for the final things that we need to iron out so they can start shipping. And when it becomes available, I will tell you all this. When it becomes available, the first few hundred people that purchase the seasoning will get a free personalized gift from me in their package. So you want to be one of the first ones. Yes, I love your cooking. I love to write. Happy New Year. All right. Hey, Lillian, Happy New Year to you, too. I need those seasonings, Miss Pam. Yes. This is, y'all gonna find this. This is delicious. I put it on everything, including popcorn. I put it on salads, eggs, all proteins, vegetables. I don't care if you're stir frying the vegetables, if you're cooking them in the oven. This is just an all-purpose seasoning. And the beauty of it is you don't need a ton of it. I don't like to use a ton of seasonings. I like for my food to be very, very flavorful. Well, y'all have done the recipes that I have. I don't put 1/4 of a cup of nothing on my on my food. I want to sprinkle enough. And I want it to be very flavorful. I don't want it to be salty, and I don't want it to be sweet. I just want it to bring out the natural flavor of whatever I'm cooking and add its own flavor as well to it. Yes, those seasonings will be available at Walmart soon. But actually, they are supposed to be on Walmart.com as well. But again, this is my first seasoning, so I personally wanted to get my feet wet with my own store, which is my Shopify store. And the second go round, because this will be limited quantity in the beginning, guys, so you might want to get it while you can, because it may be a minute before they're reordered. Going forward, Walmart.com, they have already been contacting me over and over and over, telling me to get my spices on their site. So yes, it will be on Walmart.com coming up in the future. Yes, all our seasons available at Walmart. I had to step away. Not yet. They will be available at Walmart.com coming up in the very near future, because they are constantly contacting me, telling me to upload them over there to my Walmart.com store. And I have not done that yet because I wanted to sell them through my store, my Shopify store first. to get my feet wet in the whole arena of having a seasoning. So, they will be soon though. Yes. It's okay, Christine. Thank you for so much for coming in. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yes, 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 yes. And I can tell you this. Um, when it does become available, it will be a pre-sale for my channel members on my YouTube channel, my subscribers on Facebook and Instagram, as well as anyone that goes to my actual website, Cooking at Pam's Place, and sign up. There's a little pop-up box that says first in line. I will send an email out when the immediate time that it goes on sale. I will send those notifications out first, and I will send an email out first to those people who have signed up to be just that, first in line. And then I will publicly put it out there for whatever may be left. So I will tell you that. Doesn't cost anything to go over to Cooking at Pam's Place. You just put in your email so you can get the email notification when it goes out, and that's it. Thank you, Shalandria. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. All right. Hey, Kim from Canada. Welcome in. Welcome in. Thank you, Carol. Yes. And Aurora, if you want to be first in line, that's how you can be first in line. Yes, yes, yes. Thank you, Aurora. You too. You too. Awesome. Awesome. Yes, 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 yes. So that is my first new venture of the year. And for those of you all who are waiting on the book, I am still working on it. It's going to be a big book. And it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work. But I want it to be right. So that means there's a lot more time and time consuming and checks and balances that I need to do. Make sure all the recipes are tested over and over and over again to make sure I have the exact measurements. Because you see, when I cook, especially if I'm just cooking for myself and my family, I'm not measuring everything that goes in there. I'm cooking more or less by taste. Thanks, Wanda. And so now I've got to go back and I've got to get every single measurement, because when you go to cook it, you need to know exactly what to put in there. You're not on my taste buds, you know. So there are several recipes that are going in there that have never been published before anywhere, that are my recipes. And so for those or some that I don't have anything written down, pretty much, I just make the dish. So now I've got to go back and I've got to make the dish and I have to write everything down. But it is still coming, and prayerfully it will be available sometime 2024. Yes, 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 yes. Hey, Bonnie. Yes, yes, yes. Come with me and use my seasonings. I hear you. I hear you, bruh. I like that. I like that. Yes, bruh says you care so much what it be. Oh, thank you so much, bruh. I appreciate that. The best recipes from my grandma are measured with exactly. And Michelle, that's the problem when it comes to writing a book. That's the problem when it comes to writing the book. You gotta have the right measurements for everything. I can't put in there. Now you can say in some recipe or so, oh, just a pinch of baking soda or something. You can say that because a pinch, a smidgen, those are actual true measurements. You can say, but you can't say that through the whole recipe and the whole book. So thanks, Wanda. I appreciate it. So yeah, honestly, I did think it would be out this year, the end of this year. I tried my best, and I'm like, I'm rushing this. I'm gonna miss something. Things aren't going to be right. Slow it down. I'd rather slow down, take longer, and it be right than to rush through, mess up, and it's not, and it's a whole big mess. Yes. Okay, Carla, thank you so much. You have a blessed new year. Have a blessed new year. A pinch of everything is all you need. I know, right, Dimps? Yes, that's the way I feel. That is the way I feel. A pinch of anything, and you got it right. Taste, add another pinch. Taste, add a little pinch. That's the way you really cook. Yes. I learned how to make pecan pie from your video, and my family has been loving them and requesting. Oh, hey. Ow, that's wonderful. I made one at Thanksgiving. I didn't make one at Christmas, but I did make one at Thanksgiving. Hi, Miss Pam. So great to finally get you alive. Yay, I'm so glad you caught me live as well. Yes, yes, yes. Well, be in a hurry, Miss Pam. I try to slow down. I know. Yes, yes. Have to try to slow down. Patty LaBelle said, how do you find your shopping site? It will be advertised. It will be just shopcookingatpamsplace.com. It is not open just yet. It is closed so that people can't go in and start buying before I'm ready to. But it will be simply shopcookingatpamsplace.com. That will be the site. That will be the site. Like I said, it is not open. If you go to it now, it'll just say coming soon, because I have it down until I'm ready to open it. But that's what it will be. Yes. Thank you so much, Miss Real 61. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I made 2 for both Thanksgiving and Christmas, and they still wanted more. All right now. Yes. Well, you have to put that on your go-to list now. Awesome. Rita says, can't wait for the cookbook. Yes, your CCs will show us what to do. They will. They will. Y'all gonna love them. Y'all gonna love it. It's delicious. Yes. This is this is a labor of love, not just a book heading to Amazon. Your perseverance is truly thank you, Nina. Thank you. Yes, yes, yes. I want it to be right. Because I want it to be a reference. Not only will it have recipes in there, there's going to be tips and tricks. And I'm trying to design it so that I can align some of the tips and tricks to go along with the recipes. Like if there's a cake being baked, then you need to know some of the tips and tricks that'll help you get the cake just the way you want it. So I'm trying to align things to go along with each other and have, a section for this, a section for that, so that you can have, it's a reference book as well. Not just a book that just has recipes in it. Any book can just have recipes in it, but like I always say, sometimes it's not the recipes itself. You can have a recipe. You can follow the recipe to the letter from beginning to end. Yet, if you don't know the tricks and tips and sometimes what those tips and tricks mean, the recipe won't come out right. Like something could say fold in some egg whites, and you just take it and you put the egg whites in and you stir them up. That is not folding them in, and you could have a disaster on your hand. But what is folding it in mean? So it's things like that that I have found can make or break a recipe. And I learned that the hard way. In my younger years, I would have a recipe and I know 100%. I followed this recipe to the letter. Why did my whatever I'm making not come out? And it was because of those tips and tricks. And most recipe books don't explain that. They'll just give you what to put and give you the directions of putting it in, like add this in first, mix it up, then add this, or turn it over, wait 10 minutes. But it's those little bitty tips and tricks that they don't tell you about. And that can make or break it. Yes, I have to watch the rest on repeat. Got to, okay, yes. Thank you so much, Carol. Yes. Jackson says, you have wonderful recipes. Your food has impacted my family with them. Awesome. Wonderful. I'm so appreciative of all of that. Your tips for cooking, baking were right on the mark. Thank you. You are so welcome, Susan. You are so welcome. Like I said, the majority of the tips and things that I have that you see me doing all the time, I learned that stuff by trial and error. A lot of it, trial and error. I'm like, come on now. It's got to be a better way. It's got to. Yes. Thank you for the Pyrex tip, hubby. Just had one burst into pieces. Oh, no. I'm so sorry to hear that, Nichelle. I am so sorry to hear that. Yep. That Pyrex dish, I mean, it's been really something. The fact that, one set with the capital letters is better than the set with the lowercase letters. So many people have had those things shatter. My mother cooks as well, but we are both fans now. You need a television show on Food Network. Oh, thank you, Kendra. Thank you. Yes. I'll let you know when they come a calling, if they come a calling. And if I say yes, or if I'm like, I can't do that. Yes, 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 yes. Thank you for your delicious garlic bread recipe. You are so welcome. Any foods in 2024? Let me go back up and see what that said. Any foods in 2024 to stay away from? I don't know, as far as recalls and things like that, if that's what you're asking, I don't know. Unfortunately, I do have a recall video to do after I'm done with my live. There is another recall coming out on some food. So I'm waiting to get the rest of the information on it so that I can do that video as well. So that's just something, that's why I always say turn that bell on so that you can get notified. Otherwise, you may get notified, you may not get notified, you just don't know. But I like to let you all know as soon as I know. And I may miss some here and there, and I'm trying to get the information to you all because I don't know, nobody knows what anyone else is eating or may eat. And I know that sometimes people have these unexplainable illnesses or unexplainable, why am I feeling bad? Or all of a sudden your kids start feeling bad. Like, why are you feeling bad and you're not feeling better? Why is your stomach upset? And sometimes it's not damaging or life-threatening or anything like that. But who wants to eat something and get sick from it knowing you could avoid it? That's the thing, knowing you could avoid it. Yes, 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 yes. Schools used to teach all these tips and tricks back in the, and that's another thing that I think that the schools have. I think things like chemistry and some biologies outside of the basics should be more electives, even starting in middle school, than requirements. You should not need to have math 1, 2, and 3, and then go to trigonometry, and then go to after trigonometry, chemistry, or I don't even know what they are. Oh, thank you, Calistro. Thank you so much for that super chat. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. And go on, because the truth of the matter is, I have lived a very, very long time. And not only can I not tell you what the square root of anything is, I have not needed what the square root of anything is. But I need to cook. I need to know how to pay a bill, things that they aren't teaching me. And when we come out of school, they don't have a clue of not only how do I pay my electric bill, but how do I go outside and read my electrical meter so that I'll know that my electrical bill is right. They don't teach that. How do I go outside and read my gas meter so that I know that I'm being charged the right amount of gas? How do I know when I go to the ATM and I just go to the ATM and pull some money out and don't account for it, or don't think to go and subtract it from the amount I have, or write it down what I used it for? They're not teaching that. But they need to teach how to cook, math. When was the last time anybody in this chat that is not a professional accountant or in a profession that needs math used anything past multiplication and division, adding and subtracting? Anybody? Raise your hand if you use the square root of something on a daily basis and you're not in a field that requires math. And this is why things like algebraic equations, I don't need those. I haven't needed them ever. Those classes should be elective starting in middle school. If there's a child that is wonderful in math and they love that math, hey Candace, welcome in. Thank you so much for coming, another one of my members. Then they can elect to take it. They can elect to take it. They would be better off having a nutrition class than a chemistry class. People need to understand the effects of things that they eat on their body, carbohydrates versus proteins, things like that. Why you need a certain amount of carbohydrates, why you need a certain amount of proteins, why you need these things. What good is chemistry and all that's going to do? All the science classes that I took. If it ain't a boiling water, I don't need to know. So those are the things that the square, exactly. Yes. They too busy teaching the square root of pi. I know, right? For what? For what? I'm as old as I am. I have never used those things. And I probably never will. They're not teaching the things that the people need to know. You can't have these kids out here couldn't take a needle and a piece of thread and sew a button back on their pants. They'll think, oh, the button's broke, I need a new pair. Really? You know, they couldn't. They don't know how to thread a needle, let alone sew a button on. Y'all get me on a binge talking about this kind of stuff. Yes, I use math, house projects, calculating ramp angle and step ratio, but not square roots though. Was just wondering when square root of 25 is needed. Exactly. But see, you know what, Nina? You might be one of those people that would elect to take I'm not saying don't offer the classes. But just as they offer those, they either need to offer the other ones. But sometimes, even back in the day, taking home economics was a choice. These things shouldn't be a choice. They shouldn't be a choice. And exactly, what is the square root of this and the square root of that? Exactly. You know? Pie or round, cakes or square. I know, right? Yes. Oh, Joe says, come with me. I'll show you what to do. Exactly. LOL, I'm that kid. Woman gave me a sewing kit, and I said, what am I going to do with that? Just Sunday. Exactly. Exactly. Like, what are you doing with a sewing kit? They don't have a clue. Hey, bear lover, welcome in. Thank you for coming. They don't have a clue. My grandmother used to always say that young people should learn a useful skill. That's right. Something you can do that make money if you can't do nothing else. That's right. That's right. Confirm subscription. Thank you, Cookie and Pam's Place. All right. Thank you. Thank you. You are so right, says Patty Bell. Yes. Yes. You will put the site so I can sign up. You will put the site so I can sign. Yes, Ola Joe, if you could drop my actual link to my website, cookingandpamsplace.com. That's all it is, cookingandpamsplace.com, where you can sign up on the email. I appreciate that. Yes, and so it's needed. It's needed. And if parents aren't teaching it, and I guess that's what they felt, the parents should teach it. But the problem that I found with that, and this is not any offense to anyone whatsoever, but it started, as far as my recollection, with the baby boomers. The baby boomers, that was a time when women's rights were just at its all-time high. Women working outside of the home was at an all-time high. And fast food was becoming an all-time high. It was becoming an all-time high because when you took the women out of the home to work outside of the home, they found they had less time in the evening to cook, so they would pick up the fast foods. So then their children got the fast foods. If they cooked at all, it was typically on the weekend, probably on Sunday, if they cooked at that point. So because they weren't at home cooking, to no fault of them, they wanted to go and work. They wanted to make their own money. I got that. I do too. But because they weren't at home cooking, they didn't get a chance to share all the things that my mom shared that I'm now sharing with you all. And it trickled down to what's now called the millennials. And so you've got years of people, a span of years of people who are lacking in the knowledge of basics. And it's to nobody's fault. They were taking advantage of something they had never been able to take advantage of before. And I get that. And I get that. But they need to put it back in the schools. They need to put it back in the schools. We need people to know the basics of math and money, not just a calculator or register. Yes, Mr. the Register, no, absolutely. The people who get hired in these stores, they can't count your change. If the register go down, they stuck. They like, uh-oh, because the registers tell them everything. It tells them everything, more than it even told them before. They have to count nothing but the actual money coming out of the drawer. You give them a $10 bill and you spend $9.99, it's going to say up there 1 cent. They know 1 cent. They don't have to count. They don't have to know the math. Nothing. And that's why sometimes if you see them mess up, they got to call a supervisor because they messed up. Now, occasionally you'll see somebody mess up. They'll punch in the wrong thing. So now the computer is messed up. And I've seen them do 2 things. Majority of them bring out their phone and they use that calculator, just like you said. The other one will do it on a piece of paper. They'll jot it down like, okay, it's this amount. And a handful will do it in their heads. Just a handful will do it in their heads. That's right. So, yeah, it's something to think about. It's something to think about. Yes, I love your channel, Pam. You remind me of, oh, thank you. There are literally so many languages in the world, but instead of them, our Chef Pam decided to speak the language of... Yes, Aaron, I did. And I don't know how I got on that bandwagon. The site is just simply, you can just put in cooking@pamsplace.com. Just cooking@pamsplace.com in your browser and it'll come up. Cooking@pamsplace.com. Once it comes up, give it about 2 or 3 seconds and it'll be a pop-up box that'll come up. That'll say be the first in line. Yes, we need people like you, Ms. Pam, to teach and lead those who want to learn. Thank you so much. Focus on math, science, engineering to be at levels of school in Japan, etc. Then realized they left out creativity and added A for arts. Yes, right. Life skills. That's right. And you know, even my own children, I have a couple of children that depend heavily on like their debit cards or their credit cards, won't take $1 in their pocket. I'll tell them, don't call me when you get somewhere and you really need something. You really need something. And the system is down. The system is down. Don't walk around with no money in your pocket. I don't care if they're trying to become moneyless and paperless. I don't know if I'll see that happen in my lifetime. And I say that because the minute they do, and it's all wiped out, and we're cashless, we are a cashless society, and the grid goes down, and the big boys can't get paid because the grid is down, they're going to think about that. That's when they'll think about it. Right now, it sounds good. Cashless society. Everything can be tracked. Everything can be monitored. We know who has what and who's spending what and why they're spending it, where they're spending it at, and what they're spending it on. But the moment you can't get paid because you've gone cashless and somebody can't hand you $1 for whatever it is because everything is down, I want to see that happen. I want to see that happen. So much for the cashless society. So much for the cashless society. But there will always be people and places that you can barter with. Always. Bartering is something that will never go away as long as man is alive for me. You will always be able to barter. You might have to find the source to barter with, but you will always be able to barter. Always. Yes. I think schools teach pure academics while ignoring how important it is to teach common sense to apply. Yes, because guess what? Common sense is not so common. What we may think is common sense and common knowledge is not necessarily common to the next person. That's why the one thing that I do not like, I don't like it. I'm telling you I don't like it. I'm saying I don't like it. Is when people say to me that they have a question and they say it like this. I know this is a stupid question. Or they say it like, I have a stupid question. Or this question may be stupid. That drives me up the wall. You want to get on the wrong side of me? Come to me and say, I have a stupid question to ask you. Because there is no question that is stupid. And another thing that drives me crazy is when people say to me, or even in my comments, that these people don't know this. That's common sense. So these people don't know this. I can't believe so many people don't know this. The only reason they don't know this and you do is because it was told to you before it was told to them. Because you did not come here being born knowing any of this. There is no such thing as a stupid question. If you have a question, it's because simply you don't know. You have not been informed of the information. No one has told you the answer. And just because I know something doesn't mean it's a stupid question because you don't know something. Because I didn't always know it either. I didn't come here, I wasn't born knowing all this stuff. If I was, I wouldn't be on YouTube. I'd be a genius somewhere. So think about it. If I came here knowing all this stuff, why would I be on YouTube? I'd be somewhere else making fortune, for real, for real. There's no such thing as a stupid question. And for the people that think that they know something, or I can't believe these people don't know this, well, how long have you known it? You weren't born knowing this. Someone told you, or you learned it on your own by trial and error or from whatever source, somewhere, sometime in your life. And just because you know it doesn't mean that everybody else is stupid or everybody else doesn't have the knowledge or you can't believe. I can't believe they don't know this. I can't believe you had the nerve and audacity to say that. I mean, I'm sorry, y'all. Y'all got me on a bandwagon today. Y'all saying, what happened to the nice little grandma? Oh, my God. Exactly, Candace. Nobody knows everything. And just because one person knows it doesn't make the other person stupid because they don't know it. They just don't know it. Y'all be surprised at the stuff I don't know. I might know all this stuff. It's a whole host of stuff I don't know. I wish I did know everything. Like I said, I wouldn't be on YouTube if I did. Oh my God. Well, I'm glad you're on YouTube. I love to see your videos pop up. Thank you. So preach to his grandma. I know, right? It's like, what happened to the nice little grandma in the videos? Nice little grandma in the videos on the bandwagon. I had a boss that used to say there's no stupid questions. Exactly. There is no stupid question. I don't mind anybody asking me anything. If you don't know, you don't know. That's how you learn. By asking. That's how you learn. And believe it or not, I'll tell y'all a little story. Some of y'all don't know about me. When I was a small child, I would never ask anything. I didn't talk. I ain't talked to nobody, hardly ever. So much so that my teachers sent notes home to my parents asking was something wrong with me because I never talked. I ain't answered no questions in class. I ain't asked no questions in class. I said nothing. Then, as I became older, probably maybe like coming up on, back then we didn't have middle school, y'all. We didn't have middle school. We had grade school. It wasn't even called elementary school. It was grade school. You leave grade school, you go to high school. So I imagine somewhere around 7th to 8th grade. I don't know what got into my daddy. And I was a daddy's girl, but whatever got into my daddy, he decided that if I couldn't ask for whatever I wanted or wanted to do, and he was mostly referring to things he knew about, like school events or going to a school field trip. You know, you get to bring home the slip and get it signed. Going things that he already knew about that I didn't necessarily have to ask, could I go? He told me. Never forget this. I was like, what? I'm a daddy's girl. What do you mean? He told me from that day going forward, if I could not ask for whatever it was I wanted, the answer was no automatically. He said, if you want to go someplace or if you want something and you can't ask me, then it's no. He made me ask everything. I was like, and I just wasn't the kid that asked. And that was his point. He said, you may not be the kid that asked, but by the time I finish with you, you're going to be the grown person that asked. So I got to the point that I ask anybody anything. I don't care if they said no. I don't care if they said yeah. I don't care if they gave me the answer. I did not care. And I thought to myself, what's the worst gonna happen? They say no, or they say I ain't telling you, or whatever. So I just started asking. I ask questions. And so that's why I feel like there's no question that's a stupid question. But had he not done that, I don't know where I would have been. I may not been on here even. And from that point forward, I became very inquisitive. I wanted to know everything. Love random facts. I want to know how something worked just because how does it work? Why? Yes. We were told to be seen, not heard. Absolutely. You don't have to be heard to be seen. You don't have to be loud to be seen. But yes, ma'am, Pam. Yes, ma'am. I want live stream like this every day, please. Oh. I know Ola Joe keeps telling me, you need to go live more. You need to go live more. And I always feel like I need to cook when I'm on live. But she's like, you don't have to always cook. You don't have to always cook. You can cook sometime. We get your cooking videos anytime. Just come and talk to us. Yeah, so I might do this going forward in 2022. Yes. She's splitting facts. Yes. Hey, I told her ahead of time needs to go live. Well, you sure did, Ola Joe. You sure did. Everybody doesn't know. So exactly. Kevin says Daddy was right. Apparently, but I ain't like Daddy so much at that time. I was like, what? So yes, I didn't get it at the time. I just thought, I was a kid. I thought he was being mean and just making me ask for no reason. Like, why do I have to ask you? The teacher sent home to know why I got to ask too. It's like, that's double jeopardy. I was like, because I wouldn't talk. I wouldn't do anything. I wouldn't talk or anything. And I've been quiet as an adult. I would talk to people that I got to know very well over time. But up until probably, I would even say maybe within the last 20 years, have I got the gift for gab. It took me that long, all my life. Now, I could always speak. I could always speak in front of people. I could always speak if I had to. But as far as just doing it, to be doing it, me, no. That's right, Pam. The worst they can say is absolutely. Ask for wisdom. That's right. They can say is no. It ain't gonna kill me. And so what if they say no? Okay, next. It has benefited me so much in my life since he did that to me. So much. So much. Not being rude, but I think you meant 2024. Oh, yeah. I don't know what I said. I probably said, what did I say, SR? What did I say when you say I meant 2024? What did I say instead of 2024? Yes, my friend can't believe that her new daughter-in-law wasn't taught to cook. I said, hell, absolutely. So many people weren't taught to cook. 2022. Oh, I probably did mean 2024. Yes. Oh, so many people weren't taught to cook. So many. I just happen to love to cook. It's fascinating to me to cook. I enjoy it. And that's another reason why I don't cook. Going back to the crock pot meals, which I will see about putting some more up for y'all. But the reason I don't do so many crock pot meals is because it is less work and it's less tending to. And for me personally, the beauty of it, the pleasure of it, the enjoyment of it that I get out of cooking is the actual act of cooking, the stirring, the tending to it, the smelling, the tasting, the watching, the looking over it, the making sure it's okay. I don't leave my kitchen when I'm cooking. That's relaxation to me, and that's something that I really enjoy. And so if I put it in a crock pot, I close the lid and it's like, okay, I don't have anything to do. It's like boring. So yes, your daddy was right and knew how to handle. He sure did, Shalandria. He sure did. Yeah, you were so confusing me at the 2022 thing. I don't know why I keep saying 2022. Yes, yeah, you 2022. I was like, am I watching the right thing? Yeah, I didn't mean 2022. Mom had me cooking at age 5 and 10. I was making pudding pies from scratch. See? That's right. That's right. That's what you do. Absolutely. That's right. That's right. That's right. Cooking is therapy and is suggested by some counselors. Yes, it is. And you also, I don't know if any of you all watch like the Food Network shows and things like that. You'll hear a lot of people that come on the competition, especially Chopped. Chopped is a good one for having this question like, what got you started cooking? And so many of those people are really good chefs now, and they'll teach. They will tell you that it saved them. They were either in trouble, they were either doing drugs or alcohol, or they had bad time in their life, and cooking saved them. You know, learning how to cook, being in the kitchen and doing it, it saved them. So yes, it sure is therapy. Yes, yes, yes. We love when you come to talk to us, said Shalandra. Well, I'm going to come talk to y'all more often then. The one thing about me coming and talk, I can do it in the morning, I can do it in the afternoon, and I can do it in the evening. So I can mix it up. So those that don't get to see me in the morning can see me in the evening, vice versa. Yes, we need to have a chatting with Pam live once a week. All right now. Oh, I can do that probably. Yes, I might call it that. Chatting with Pam live. I might just call it with that. I was frying chicken and pork chops at 8 when I could, exactly, me too. Me too. Yes, that's right. When you could reach the stove safely was when you got to cook by yourself. That's right. That is right. What is the best sauce to learn to make that can go with everything? Well, that's going to depend on your taste buds. If you were to ask me, I would say a spicy mayo sauce would be my go-to for just about everything. It's kind of like, it's not, I just really, and it's so easy. All I do is take mayo and add hot sauce to it. Depending on what I'm having or what I want to dip in it, it's the heat level that I may make it. That's about it. That's about the easiest sauce that I know of. And I love it on just about everything. The next would be making a ranch dip. And I do have that on a chart, how to make ranch dip. I do. I can identify with getting a gift of gab later in life. Mm-hmm. Yes, 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 yes. It is crazy because my husband talks more than I do now, always has. And now he's like, I can't talk for you. But when we first got married, he could talk all day and all night. And I'm just sitting there listening, just sitting there listening. And I'd say a few things, but just sitting there listening. It ain't like that no more. I'd be like, would you be quiet? I need to talk. I need you to be quiet for a minute so I can talk. I was on a step stool washing dishes and helping mom cook at age 7. I love that. That's what we should do. And when, even now, like my grandkids, they were over for the holidays, and my middle grandchild, she's 3. And it was so funny. We had eaten and everything, and I was in there. Everybody was bringing the dishes and things into the kitchen, and I was putting them into the dishwasher. And she came over and she says, Grandma, can I help? Can I help, Grandma? And I said, yes, baby. And she was intensely listening to the instructions that I was giving her. She raised her hand up by her head, and as I spoke, she was doing like this, and then she repeated it back to me. I told her, I said, go in the dining room and ask your granddaddy to give you something to bring to me that needs to be washed. And she was like, okay, ask Granddaddy for something you can wash. And she was frowning, and she had a hand up, and she was doing like this at me. She was making sure she got those instructions right. And I knew that. I said, the baby just wants some work to do. You know, so from that point on, she was back and forth, bring me a fork, bring me a spoon, bring me a dish, hold the dish tight, hold it with two hands, bring in the dish. She was loved it. And I said, oh, that's so sweet. They just want to help. They want to be a part. They don't want to be shushed away. They don't want to be told to go play. They want to be with you and they want to help you. And what they don't even know is that they really want to learn. They really want to learn. All right, Jolene, thank you so much. Yes, Liquid Fire says, so cool seeing you live. Thank you so much. You can help me with the salmon sauce. Okay. Yes, I was helping my granny in the kitchen at 5 years old. Your grandchild sounds gifted. Yes, they are wonderful. They are wonderful. All of them are ahead of their age. All of them are ahead of their age. Pam is a national treasure. We must protect her at all costs. Yes, haha, my daughter is too and always wants to help me. Yes, they just want to be a part. First and foremost, they want to be with you. They just want to be around you. Then after that, they really do want to help. They want to feel like they're a part, that they did that too, you know? And little do they know that they're really learning. They're learning life skills at that time. They're learning how to clean the dishes, how to bring them, and the fact that you don't leave them there all day and night for the next 2 days. You take them, you rinse them, you put them in the dishwasher. Or if you don't have a dishwasher, you wash by hand. Put them on a rack, put them on a towel, put them on a paper towel, do whatever. Yes. They want family time that will stay with them forever. That's right. Can I cook hog joel like bacon? Absolutely, you can. However, it has a tendency to curl, so you want to put a little slit on both ends, somewhere between the skin and the top of it, just a little bitty slit, so it'll open up and let it lay flat. You will probably need a top because bacon can pop, but that joel gonna pop. So I don't care what you do, that joel's gonna pop. So get a top. Cook it just like you would bacon, but get a top, put the top on it, and when you get ready to turn it over or something, lift the top up away from you and wait a second. Just lift it up and wait a second. What are you waiting for? You're waiting for it to pop and stop. Or seeing how bad it's going to pop or if it's going to pop at all. Make sure it's easier with some tongs because they're a little bit longer than a fork. And just turn it over and put that top back down. I love joel. That joel gonna pop. But yes, you can. Mama had me up on a chair doing dishes. That's right. My son made a cake at 5 years old. See, they can do it. They can do it. Yes. I've run into great cooks that do not want to share recipes or cooking secrets. I am so great. And that's another thing. And I have one recipe that I have not shared, and I won't put it in my book. Just one. The reason being is because I have not made a decision. It may be a recipe that I can actually make and put on the shelf. It's a 12-hour signature cheesecake, and I may be able to package it and sell it in stores. So that's the reason why I'm not giving that recipe. But other than that, what good is it? If I'm not here tomorrow, what good is all this stuff up in my head? Somebody need to know it, especially the tips and tricks and stuff. Y'all need to know this stuff. It's not going to do me a good. I know a lot of people say that. I'm not telling anybody this recipe. Why not? Why not? I don't get that really. Yes, thank you, Pam, for all the great tip reminders, and some I just not happen to know till you brought up. Thank you. Awesome. Have a great day, New Year, and a great 31st to the... All right. Thank you so much. Thank you, Mornetta. Yes. So will the skin get crispy or just tough? It'll get crispy. There are sometimes that's going to kind of depend on the joel and how thick it is. But if you have it turned up at a good amount of heat, Maybe, I don't know if you have an electric stove, but I would put mine on probably five. Um, Five, no more than maybe six. It should crisp up. It should crisp up. Some don't though. It just kind of depends on the jolt. I've had some that I've bought and it wouldn't crisp up no matter what I did, and others did. So I hope yours crisp up, because that's gonna be some good jolt. I use oven for bacon and hog joes. Okay, yeah, you can do that as well. Yes, yes, yes. Oh, that would be great. What would be great, Candace? Started my mom at 4. I passed the torch to my son. Yes, he's good too. Good, absolutely. Pam is our home economics professor. Yes. You can do things like ham stock, like you can make beef and chicken. Yes, you can. Grandma Pam's cheesecake in stores coming soon. Take two. I hear you. I've been sharing recipes with my 14 grandchildren in our text group. That is good. That is good. I knew a lady once that confessed to me she purposely left out specific type of cheese she used. That way, when other ladies made her recipe, it wouldn't be as good as hers. I see. I don't. I maybe I could understand that if you are taking your recipe to a function and it's a group of you all, and you want to make sure yours was always the best in this group. But it's like, at least for me online, I want yours to be good as, if not better than mine. Um, there's no competition there. There's nothing that, even my son, I'll tell everybody in a minute, my son is good at cooking. And there are many things he cooks better than me. And I'm happy about that, because that means my job is done well. I taught him and he's taken it and improved. Oh, that's the next generation. You want them to be better. You want them to be, I don't want to say, oh, he's cooks, but he don't cook as good as his mama. No, he cooks a lot of things better than me. A lot of things better than me. And he has a gift to me that's even more valuable. I cook by taste. Put it in there, taste, put it in, taste, put more in, he doesn't need to do that. He can say, okay, I'm going to make this, and I'll need A, B, C, D, E, F, and G, and he'll make these flavors, and they all gel together, and I'm like, how did you know that was going to go like that? How did you know that was going to work? He was like, I just do, and he does. To me, that's like people who can play piano or any musical instrument by ear. It's like, how do they do that? They're like, they just hear it and they can repeat it, And I think that's good. And my youngest daughter, she's excellent. You cannot give her anything. She only needs a tad bit, just a tad bit on a spoon. And she can tell you every ingredient in there. Every ingredient in there. If she misses the mark, it'll be just one thing she left out. She'll tell you everything you put in there. Let her lick the spoon. I don't care what it is. Something you never made before. Let her lick that spoon. She'll tell you everything you put in there. I'm like, well, okay, y'all. I'm happy about it. I am happy about it. Information is not competition. It's not. Exactly. I'm so happy that I came across your channel. I can't remember exactly how I did, but I'm so glad. I am glad too, Rhonda. Thank you. Yes, I have friends wants my recipes, yet never vice versa. Absolutely. Play by reading music. Only wish I could play by ear. That's exactly. That is amazing. That is amazing. Yep. My black sheep, Mrs. Black Sheep. I have. Oh, okay. You're talking to somebody in the chat. Yes, that's a skill to have. It is. It really is a skill to have. So I'm really, really happy for him with that skill. Yes. Hey, Chef Pam, good night. It's midnight. Oh, it's midnight in India. All right. Blessings to you, my friend. Thank you so much. And I'm going to be getting out of here soon. I've had you all on here for quite a while. Smoked turkey is good. That's what I'm using in my black-eyed peas and my cabbage. Delicious. Yes. Hey, Pam, I'm trying to get in and put in my email address, but I can't find what to click on. Oh, yeah. Okay, Gloria, if you go to the website, cookingatpamsplace.com, and just kind of scroll up and down a second, just scroll up and down. If as soon as you move around on the site at all, a pop-up box will pop up. And that's what you click. The pop-up box will pop up and it'll say, be the first in line. Click that and it'll open up the email. If you can't find that, you can go to the bottom of the page and you'll see where you can get on the email list. Just put in the subject line, first in line, and it'll still get to be the same. Yes, it'll still get to me the same. I have never liked black eyed. I didn't like them until recently. And they're not my favorite. I love navy beans. Black eyed peas are not my favorite, but I will eat them. Yes, okay. You're so welcome, Gloria. I'm in my 30s and I just told my mom yesterday. Yes, okay. Oh, that you never liked black eyed peas. Me and my sister made your coconut cake recipe. It was amazing. Awesome. I am so happy for you. That is wonderful. Good, good, good. Yes, yes. Ola Joe just put the link in the stream. The pop-up box popped up and then disappeared before I could click it. Okay, well, everybody want to try it again. I don't know why it's acting up, being fast. Maybe because several people are going to it or something. But if not, like I said, you can go to the bottom of the page and just type in like you're sending me an email and just put in the subject first in line. That works too. Either way, either way. Black eyed peas are supposed to be good luck for New Year's. Yes, they are. And I rarely have them. I don't think that I'm going to do, and I'm not sure, I don't think I'm going to do it this particular year. But typically each year, I don't cook actually on New Year's Day. I cook on New Year's Eve. And this was started by my oldest daughter before she left home. And then we still continued it well after she was gone. She wanted me not to cook on on New Year's Day, but she wanted me to cook chicken wings and catfish and fries on New Year's Eve. So I started that when my oldest kids were real little. And I just continued the tradition. Every New Year's Eve, I would cook. And then we'd eat, then we'd ring the New Year's in. And then I'd cook so much that we had leftovers on New Year's Day. So I never did really do the traditional black eyed peas and stuff on New Year's Day. I'm like, I'm gonna have some luck. Good Lord gonna give it to me and I ain't gotta worry about it. That's just the way I felt. Yes, we are all most well good people. I know Pam is a very great person. I love hearing, oh, thank you, Bernetta. Yes. She's my kind of girl, LOL. I know, right? So that's what I usually do. But this New Year's Eve, we're actually going to have lunch with some other people. So I don't know if I'll be cooking. Ain't nobody at home anyway. But my youngest son, and he probably won't actually physically be here. Yes, I've used turkey for pork substitute, but it just isn't as savory as I'd like. I miss pork fat for flavor. Yep. Well, I personally eat everything. I understand when people have dietary restrictions and they can't eat this and can't eat that. But personally, I eat everything, whatever I like. So I'm thankful to be able to do so. And I don't overindulge in any of it. And I think that's what keeps me going. I don't overindulge in anything at all. Terry, love you back. Yes, my mom used to make chitlins and black eyed peas on New Year's. Yep, I remember my mom doing that, but she used to have chitlins on Christmas. Yes, I put my crock pot on New Year's Eve, peas, and on New Year's Day with you, Miss Cornbread. All right. Patsy Muffin says first in line. Okay, Patsy, go to the website and put that in there, cookie@poundsplace.com for me. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. Yes, awesome, awesome, awesome. Wow. Okay, well, I'm not going to... We've been on here about an hour and a half. I am not going to keep you all any longer. We in the South are so superstitious, but it's all about the Lord. I know that's right. If I'm going to have a good luck, He going to give it to me, so I ain't going to worry about it. Mac and cheese is something I need to master. Do you make a roux? Sometimes, not always. I have a couple of macaroni and cheese recipes on my website. Try to follow along with those. Love watching you. Thank you. You are so welcome. You are so welcome. Thank you. Thank you. Happy New Year's to all of you all. You will see me popping up with videos. I will have a video on New Year's Eve with the best of the best from 2023. My most highest videos, my most popular videos, the ones that you all seem to have liked the most. I will be doing that video for New Year's Eve, the best of 2023. So thank you all so much for joining me today. I appreciate each and every one of you all. And I will see you next time. The good Lord willing and the creek don't rise. Bye-bye.